Hi everyone, welcome to your channel Impulse Tech. I am Yogesh. So today I have come up with a new project or new video, you can say. The video is about remote monitoring of sensors data over the internet. Now how to do that? So here I am using the ESP32 board and UBDOT's IoT platform to remotely monitor the sensors data over the cloud. So now what you will learn in this video? So in this video you will learn about how to create the UBDOT's account, how to send the data over the internet or data over the UBDOT's cloud, and how to create the events inside the UBDOT's cloud platform. Now event means whenever any sensors data is increased or decreased, then we want to notify a person who is very concerned about that data, right? So you can send email, you can send voice call, you can send messages, you can send telegram message based on your variable value or based on your sensors value. So first we'll create the dashboard. After that we'll create the events based on this dashboard. So let's get started with this project.
Hi everyone, welcome back. So let me quickly explain you the circuit diagram of this project. So here you will see that I have connected the potentiometer. I have not connected any sense, but I am just here demonstrating you how you can read the analog data or analog sensor value and send it to the cloud and monitor that sensor value over the cloud or over the IoT platform. Now for the demonstration purpose I have used here potentiometer. So instead of potentiometer you can use any analog sensor. Here you can use moisture sensor, ultrasonic sensor, light sensor, temperature sensor. Any analog sensors you can directly use instead of the potentiometer. In the diagram you can see that output of the potentiometer I have connected to the 34 pin of the ESP32 board, right? And the terminal 1 and terminal 2 is connected to the ground and the power pin of the ESP32 board. So here ESP32 board has 3v3, so it's connected to the one terminal of the potentiometer and the another terminal is connected to the ground, and the variable terminal, that is the middle terminal, is connected to the analog pin of the ESP32 board, that is pin number 34. So this is very simple connection. The same connection you can do for the moisture sensor. For example, if I remove that potentiometer, then I can connect the moisture sensor module the same way. Like the analog output of the moisture sensor module is connected to the 34 pin of the ESP32 board. That's very simple. Now we will move towards the code of this project and I will explain you that what you need to change inside the. So in this project actually we are using the MQTT protocol to send the data over the cloud, and here we are using the UBDOT cloud. Why we are using UBDOT IoT platform? Because UBDOT IoT platform is very easy to use and very easy to manage. Right now you don't even need to create a device. The device will automatically get created. I will just demonstrate you how this will happen. It's very user friendly platform to start with. You can start your IoT projects with the UBDOT's cloud. So first of all you need to import two libraries. One is Wi-Fi and one is PubSub client. Now what is PubSub client? So here we are using the MQTT protocol. For sending the values over the cloud, there are various protocols like HTTP protocol and MQTT protocol. But nowadays in Internet of Things world, the most popular protocol is MQTT protocol. Now what is this MQTT protocol and all? What is PubSub? So if you want to understand that as well, then I can make a separate video for the MQTT protocol only, that how the MQTT protocol works. So please let me know inside the comment box that you want to understand about, you want to know about the MQTT protocol and all. So right now our main aim is to directly upload the sensors data over the cloud. So what you just need to change here, that you need to add your Wi-Fi credentials like Wi-Fi SSID name and Wi-Fi password. Now one more thing I want to tell you, that if you don't have router at your home, what you can do, you can just use your hotspot of your mobile phone and give the password of that hotspot, the SSID name of that hotspot. So you can still able to send the data over the cloud. It's very easy. So now you need to add here token. Now where you will get this token? Now for that you need to create account on the UBDOTs. So I'll go back to the UBDOTs cloud. Okay, now we will see how to create the UBDOTs account. So you need to create the account to get that token. So now this is my UBDOTs platform. Actually I have already logged into my account. So this is how the user interface of this platform looks. Just type UBDOTs and click on enter. So you will get the first link, that is UBDOTs IoT platform, Internet of Things. So click on that platform, UBDOTs IoT platform providing two types of services, that one is for educational purpose and one is for industrial purpose. So for the educational purpose, it completely free, but there are some limitations in educational platform, that how many devices you can connect to the UBDOT's cloud, or number of variables you can create inside one device. Right now we're just using it for the educational purpose, so use this STEM education platform of the UBDOT. So click on get started for free, and you need to provide with your email address, and you need to set the password and all, and also you need to create the username. So it's very easy. So just create your account with email address and set the password and username, then log into your account. So I will walk you through my account. Basically this is the dashboard of the UBDOTs. So you can create your own dashboard. So now what I'll do, I'll just delete all these widgets so that I can tell you from the scratch. Now first of all, we want our token to enter inside the coding. So go to your profile, and here you can see API credentials. Just click on API credentials, and now here your token is. Let's just click on this, and this token will get copied. So go to the coding and just paste your token there. So this is where you need to paste your token, right? So this is the unique UBDOT's token you need to paste here. So this is very simple. So now we will create the dashboard for our project. If you have entered your, that is, if you have entered SSID name, SSID password and token, then upload the code into the ESP32 board. Just go to the devices to find your devices. So you will see here your device. Your device will automatically get created. Okay. Now if you go inside the ESP32 device, then you will see what are the variables that you have created. So this is the port value variable that we have created here. So now we will create our own dashboard which has different widgets. Let's see. I'll go to the data and go to the dashboard. Now this dashboard is completely empty. Now we need to create our dashboard. So now I will connect my ESP32 board to the internet. So now we'll see how to create the tank widget. So basically this tank widget is used for indicate the level of liquid inside the tank. Click on add variable, click on ESP32 and click on port value. Here I am just giving you the demonstration of tank widget. So just write the range, that is 4095. Okay, so I'll just click on green tick and let's. So this is the tank widget that we have created just now. So whenever I rotate the potentiometer, the tank widget will see the changes inside the tank widget. So now we'll create a new widget, that is gauge. So click on gauge and click on add variable. Click on ESP32 device and click on the variable that you have created. So click here. So now set the maximum value of this widget, that is 4095, and we need a pointer here, and also set the color scheme. I need green color, so I'll click on this. But before that, I'll rename this widget. So if this widget, if you have connected the temperature sensor or if you have connected the light sensor, then you can rename it like light intensity. Okay, so let's click on that, click on the green tick, and now you can see this widget. So now we have successfully created this widget. You can see the value. So whenever I rotate, the values will turn. Okay, so this is how it works. It's very simplest platform to work with. So if any owner of the industry has 2 or 3 industries and he want to monitor all the industry parameter at one place, so how he can monitor all those parameters? So by using this platform, one can monitor all the industries at one place, right? So even you can trigger the events based on your parameter values. Now what is the meaning of event here? Event means you will get notified whenever the any variable will changes its value to low or changes its value to maximum. That means you need to worry about that your temperature of your furnace will increase or temperature of your furnace will decrease so much. So now we'll see how to create the event inside the UBDOTs. So let's click on data, go to the events. Events is basically for to get notified whenever any variable changes its value to maximum or to the lowest. It's up to you how we want to set up this value. So click on create event, and now here you will see there are 2 options available: if triggers and then action. What that means. So whenever something happen, then what should you do, right? So we'll see. We'll add our device and variable. So our device is ESP32. We have connected only one device to this token, and the variable is pot value. So click on that. Now here you can select the options like position is for basically if any position changes or has been inactive, means your device is inactive for how long. So we'll select here value is equal to ESP32 value is equal to, just click on that and you will see there are various options available. Is not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. For simplicity I'll consider here a temperature. If the temperature is greater than 50 degree, then you should get a message from this platform or you should get a call from this platform that the temperature is increased now. So same thing I wanted to demonstrate you. If the pot value is greater than, they are varying from 0 to 4095, so I'll write here 2000. If the pot value is greater than 2000, for how long? 1 minute. If the pot value is greater than 2000 for 1 minute, then just click on this forwarding arrow. Then we wanted to add an action. Now what you can do if the value is greater than 2000, then you can send email, send message, send telegram message, voice call, set variable, Slack, trigger webhook, all the features you can do. But in STEM or in free education UB platform, you will may not get all this for free. So you will get the SMS for free, you will not get the voice call. You will get SMS, just click on SMS, or you will get email as well. So you can send SMS to the owner of the industry or the supervisor that who is handling that particular plant. So now I'll write here my country, India, and now you need to add the phone number. So add your phone number. After that you need to select what message you want to send to particular person. You can customize your message, so whenever the values goes up or down, and also you can select the frequency, how often you want to send the message. So this is for whenever the situation goes abnormal. Now whenever situation, that means you can have two options to send the message, like whenever the situation goes beyond normal and whenever the situation comes back to normal. So this is very useful features of the UB dot. So this is how you can create the event inside the UB dot. You can add voice call, you can add email, you can add message. So you can also give send the telegram message as well. Now we'll create one more widget that I wanted to show you here. Okay, we'll add bar chart. Let's click on that. The same procedure you need to add here, value. Hope you would like this video. If you like this video, then do subscribe my channel and keep supporting. So thanks for watching.